So what is it doing? We got some. All righty. Hello, Robin. Okay. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. My name is Elise with Interlace here.
Okay.
And I've got Annie's coming in. She's my website mechanic.
Okay. It's good to have one of
She
those.
might not look like a mechanic, but she is.
That's great.
Righty.
Wayne, I have not heard back from the email that I sent.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll hear back today at some point.
I happen to be down the street from you. I'm in the tech center today. So
Oh, are you? Okay.
we're
Welcome to
just gonna,
Colorado.
yeah, we came for a
I
long
was just going to
weekend.
ask, who's
Oh,
from
nice.
where here?
Yeah, well, I'm from I live just outside of Minneapolis, but we're in Denver for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
I'm also in Colorado in Longmont, so
Hmm.
about 30 miles north of where
Yep. Hey, Carol.
Wayne is at the moment.
And Carl and I are about an hour and a half away from each other. Yeah.
Just far enough away from each other to stay out of trouble.
We would be double trouble if we lived closer. For sure. For sure.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Carol. How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm assuming that everybody got the updated link for the Zoom meeting since the
It
two of
looks
us
pretty
are here.
good.
So we have,
That's for
I think, two
sure.
more joining us.
Okay.
And Nancy and Daphne should be joining, or I'm sorry, not Daphne,
Okay.
Nancy and Heather.
Heather.
Nancy she said she might be iffy. She was on her way to a dog show in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Heather's supposed to join us at least, though.
Oh, okay.
I know she's gonna try to get on, but she was concerned that some remote place in Washington State. So
Ah,
Somehow around dog shows, they always have very bad internet.
oh, it's so
We've
wrong.
all experienced that.
Hmm. That's so wrong.
It is wrong.
Wayne, will you be at Montgomery?
I will, yep.
Robin?
I don't know yet.
You know, oh,
I may.
come on. You got to know. Helene and I are judging at Hatboro,
Oh, I know that. I
but
used to
not but
show
not terriers.
Salukis. I showed Salukis and raised Salukis.
Oh, nice.
I call it, it was my activity before children, so it was BC. It was practice for raising kids.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. If you can raise dogs, and Salukis are those types of dogs, you can't just have one. It's like a potato chip. Can't eat
Right.
just one. You can't have just one Saluki.
Yeah, Wayne, you should have waited a week for your trip and come for Evergreen next
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah,
Mhm.
this was just a family get together, so
Well, that's good.
we flew in yesterday.
Oh, nice.
For the Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Has
think a lot of
anybody been
people
in
are going.
touch with Heather?
Let me
You know
send
what,
her a message.
oh, are you gonna text her, Robin, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
So your big event is this weekend, Elise?
Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow. So we are, my whole day was getting ready. So we've got iPhone 7 coming in. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Can iPhone 7 reveal themselves? There you
Heather.
There.
are.
There I am. Yeah, I'm using my iPad, which is a little different for me today, so I'm sorry, taking me a minute here.
Yeah. And your name?
Heather Christopher.
Okay. I'm Elise Mitten and
Nice to meet you.
Interlace
Excuse my manners.
Communication.
I should be doing the introductions.
That's okay. I've been doing that.
Elise and Annie are the ladies that work with me with clients on website development and also social media advertising,
Mhm.
which we're not doing with the CTCA, but primarily our work involves collaborating with clients and then building their websites for them.
Mhm.
And Annie is the mechanic. That's her
Yes,
title.
she
She's
is.
a website mechanic. She is so good that we could sit here talking about a website that's already been built but needs changes, and she's sitting there making changes while we talk. So I appreciate her skills. And Elise has had decades in the community newspaper publishing business, the printing business. She knows advertising.
Yeah.
And an offshoot of all of that was her business doing websites when she started getting into digital marketing.
Mhm.
So I have found that working with Elise and Annie has been the best combination of people that I've ever found to do website work.
Well, thank you.
No, they're fast.
Mhm.
They're clear with their expectations and very cooperative with my clients. So I highly recommend them. That's why we're all together today because I'm aware of some of the history with the CTCA and their websites, and I would like to help you not ever have to deal with that again. So we start out with kind of your wish list, what you would like to see your website be as opposed to what it is now. So why doesn't somebody just kind of step up and start talking.
I can bring up what was suggested first
Yeah,
to
that'd be
help us
helpful.
with that dynamic. That's let me pull up the website. Let me see. So this was, let me get this a little bit bigger for you. So Carl shared this with us
Mhm.
this morning. So this is their site. This is their homepage. And then, of course, the drop downs as far as join the club, board of directors, and so on.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the information, activities, the education,
Mhm.
the health of them, finding a Staffordshire, shop. What's in the shop?
Can you click shop? Is that a full e-commerce site for them? Well, doesn't look like they have.
This is a full e-commerce. When you see cart,
Yeah,
it's
okay,
e-commerce. Now, it doesn't have a tremendous amount
yeah.
of product in it, but it's definitely a cart.
Elise,
And
just as a point here, I think
Mhm.
what's important is the e-commerce aspect of it is not only the ability to sell and fulfill some things, some articles, but also to sign up and complete forms and do things like that and pay for
And when,
events.
and when you're saying about signups, is sign up because of the fact that I have a little bit of understanding of being part of organizations, um, dog, Saluki,
Yeah.
and going to events and such with them, along with like uh, Carl's going to be at Hatboro, so that's a major all breed kind of thing. Will the sign up be, or when you're saying sign up, is it going to be multifaceted? In other words, is it going to be for membership? Is it only? Is it going to be for membership and events? How do you see it?
I think it's membership and events.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if Heather, do you have a feeling one way or
Oh,
another?
yes, I agree, Wayne. So, we're trying to get people to sign up for their food, for their meals, for they're going to be at this, juncture in the show. And when we have a week-long event like this, who's coming, who's not. And if they can just sign up real quick and check a dinner box and pay for it. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And under education, do you do for your for the Cairn Terriers, do you do um like webinars, education of that kind where you collect money for people who, like right now, I also take care of an association of community papers. And we have a training coming up where our members come free and non-members pay $49 to come to the event. So for education, if we follow along with this as an example and tighten it up and include the e-commerce as part of it, um, do you have those types of things where you have webinars, especially for people considering a Cairn Terrier?
I don't think that we've actively done that up to
Okay,
this point, but it certainly would be a capability.
right.
I know I was contacted by AKC they wanted to do a filming for judges' education. I'm assuming we'd be able to leverage something like that
Okay.
and put it back onto the website.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a good capability to think about.
Right. Right. So let's see.
I mean,
So
so far,
finance.
everything you're showing, I think, it's a nice layout. It seems very consistent with what we would want to do.
Mhm.
I'm assuming the next tab over, the members only area, is as described, kind of a secure login.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So something that just came up in our recent meeting. So let's say we're going to keep all of our members, our membership list,
Mhm.
and we want to add somebody new. Right now, we're entirely dependent on the existing web person to do that at a cost. And so we would like to get that self-service aspect
Right. Right.
as an important part of this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That uh, Carl shared with us the access to what you have right now.
Yeah.
We do, and we do have a variety of membership type platforms. One that we utilize, and frankly, it's my favorite, would allow not only, like right now, you have an e-commerce site on here as well as membership.
Yeah.
What's nice about that program that we would use is, one, they could sign up themselves, and you would then have the ability to approve or not approve them. So say it was somebody that came along and it's spam
Mhm.
and filled it out. Obviously, they might be stopped along the way in the access, because you want them to be able to pay directly, right?
Right.
When they're on the site. So, and I'm going to let Annie talk about the membership um, program that we would use. I don't see her on here.
Yeah, she's there.
Okay,
I'm here.
it's
Yeah.
hiding. It's hiding her. I have all of you at the bottom.
Before we go into that, I'd like to explain to you, Elise, that there is a membership process.
Yeah.
An application is submitted with two sponsors, and
Okay.
then it has to be reviewed and accepted by the Board of Governors of the National Club.
Okay.
This is where they're running into difficulty. At that moment, when the membership is approved, now they have to be entered on the membership list on the website. Um, and then it becomes another difficult process because we have a separate constant contact um, account, and we send out a monthly or periodic newsletter by email to club members. And so they have to manually go into the website and, I guess right now, beg the webmaster to put up the information. And then they also have to go into constant contact and update that database. And I know that there are ways that we could do all of that in one step.
It would be several steps. I'm
Well, I mean,
actually
for the club,
for the club.
just
Yeah.
yeah,
There would be steps where automation would take over.
right.
Absolutely.
And then the additional part of that is the annual dues collection.
Ah,
Right now, they're relying on sending out a notice by email, and you have to click on a link, and you have to go to PayPal and make your payment. Um, and then it has to all be received and tracked by the club treasurer. It's a very
Cumbersome.
cumbersome, there's
mm.
the word I was looking for, cumbersome
Robin,
process.
are you the treasurer?
No, I'm the corresponding secretary,
Robin
Okay.
is
but
the
we
other
work very
person who's
close
probably,
together.
Okay.
yeah. So, they've been stuck in the 20th century like 1985
Mm-hmm.
for many years. And now is the time to fix all of that.
Right.
And so I'm using my understanding of the club functions so that, these folks, it resonates with them. They know what I'm talking about. But it will help you to figure out what the process could be so that once a person becomes a member, everything just, you put the name in once and everything else happens after that.
And that's very doable.
Yeah,
Very
that's
doable.
what I thought. But,
Mm-hmm.
obviously 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't. So
Right.
we lived with this very cumbersome arrangement of multiple ways of getting things done. And we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. And that comes from now I stepped up in January and decided to become a certified AI consultant. And because I did that, I'm now exposed to exactly what you're talking about. Having that automation where I think the one spot where there's kind of a sign up and wait scenario, yes, there can be automation in that situation, but if you then have the board approve the person, it would then have to be an individual to get the process moving forward.
Well,
So,
here's another question about that. Right now, we rely on, I guess, a printed application form. Is that correct,
oh no,
Rob?
this would be digital.
Well, but right now you're using a printed form, right? The sponsors fill it out and they send it in to you.
Right.
Right. I think they
Right.
download it off the website and then they can
Yeah,
send it in. Or they
yeah.
can fill it
So
out. I think they can fill it out. Well, right now it isn't working, but ordinarily it was supposed to
Okay,
so
be that they
if
could fill it out and it would automatically go to the membership chair.
so if we were able to develop a working process, Elise, where the application could be filled out online, submitted through the website, and it would then be available to the membership chair, uh, and
to
then
approve it.
voted on by the board. I'm just, and you tell me if I'm going off the rails, but I'm just envisioning that it would be as simple as being able to click on that application and say approved and have it go into the membership database and then into constant contact and then into the billing cycle for annual dues.
Right,
Is
right.
that
Yes.
so I'm not going crazy here thinking of
No,
this, but
you're not.
so it would just streamline this whole process for the club and eliminate probably hours and hours of work and frustration.
Right. And Annie, with the program we use, you know how that process starts when a person comes on. So is it a form that's within the program itself?
Yes, it is a form within the program. I'm
Well, that even
currently,
makes it easier.
yeah,
Yeah. And it could
um,
be that we can, if there are specific fields that they need to know, those fields can be added.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yep, yep. Okay, good, good.
Is
So,
that,
And you're talking about the end of the year. Is everybody, you have annual or monthly dues?
annual?
Annual.
annual, yeah.
That's even better.
Mhm.
Because the cool thing is that with this program, you kind of, there's an admin dashboard that you would have for access to it. And how it basically, and the one chamber that used it, she absolutely loved it. The executive director, all she had to do was click a button and the invoices went off to everybody. Not invoices, but the emails, so that, yes, they still have to go in, pay their dues. Yes, they then pay the dues and everything's available and accessible. The beauty is that when it comes to um, the e-commerce piece that you're talking about, that e-commerce piece is part of the membership scenario. So if you have a swag or something and you give your members a certain percentage off or money off of something, that can show to non-members, oh, they incentivize. And now all of a sudden, here's this opportunity to take a non-member who might just be interested in Cairn Terriers. But now, because there's more goodies for the pooches that they love, they want to join. So there's all kinds of ways in which to take advantage
Yeah.
of that membership.
I think the operative thing that you said, though, is an admin
Yep.
screen. So because we're beholding now to this one individual who is the web master.
Yeah.
And, between being unresponsive, ongoing fees and other things,
Yeah.
it's proven itself to be not very user friendly.
Well, one of the things that we do want to share with you is that we do build in what's called WordPress, which is one of the
That was my next question.
major word website building type of platform.
Yeah.
And it needs to have monthly updates,
Mhm.
as well as we do search engine optimization, but now because of AI's searching and finding you, we also add AI SEO as well for it. So,
Good. I was just going to ask about what the platform was, because
mhm.
that's part of the other problem is that the old website and even the old new website were both built. I can't remember what platform, but it's not as readily available to find people to work on as WordPress.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so that limitations has kind of tied our hands up.
Absolutely.
Elise, you probably can figure out what platform they used for the Cairn Terrier website.
Yeah, I'll go in the back and do a
Yeah.
little bit of checking on coding. Usually it shows up as
Yeah.
far as what it is.
Now,
Mhm.
Elise, you built this website? You built the Staffordshire site?
No, I
No.
didn't. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
Okay.
At least I'll give my 2 cents of it, and
Mhm.
then I'll let Heather and Robin talk about it. I mean, to me, this is a really good website in both its simplicity in terms of navigation and the ability to cover the main ideas,
Mhm.
particularly for featuring national specialty.
Right.
I think one of the difficulties we also had, we were the people that were involved in the last website update wanted to pack it full of a zillion things.
Yeah.
And, I work in tech too. So I
Okay.
was trying to calm everybody down and say, let's get to the main themes, because nobody's going to sit on this website and surf for 3 hours to try to find things. So
Mhm.
keeping it functional and keeping it simple, I think is pretty important.
Well, one thing that would be a pushback, and Annie, please talk.
Okay.
Is that if I look at this, unless there's hidden content,
Yeah.
right now, this homepage for them is doing absolutely nothing in the way of helping them to be found on search engines.
Mhm.
And the reason it is that your site that you have you have all of this information that's scrolling through here. And even though there's no content here, it's using the word Cairn throughout. Okay. You have a welcome. You have judges education. I I'm not going to take the time to look at the difference in word count, but Annie, can you share like what a homepage should have on it? There's
Yeah, yeah.
missing pieces
So
on both.
yeah, homepages are kind of a main hub on the website that helps direct people where they need to go. So usually a homepage, you want a little bit about you. You want a little bit about, like looking at yours, you want a little section with events. You want information for judges. You want to mention the store. Um, Homepages kind of act as an elaborated version of the navigation menu up the top. So you want a little bit of most of the main points because
Right.
there are a lot of people, like you said, people don't look around for hours and hours for what they're looking for. They want to be able to get there quickly. So the home page is what most people go to first. And so the home page is where most people look to see, do they have what I'm looking for? Yes or no. If not,
Mhm.
they often will leave.
Right.
So um, I would say adding more to the homepage. It doesn't have to be like huge chunks of info, but having a little bit more in the judges section, having a section for the store, the events, that will help.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
I'd say too, big right now is in AI search is FAQs. So if there's certain questions that you know are common questions that a person will want to know about the club and about the Cairn Terriers per se, always, it's getting to the point that every single page we want to build for our clients, we want an FAQ on that page from the standpoint of what has happened with Google on SEO is now they have that AI overview. So if you ask the right question, if you have the right question on your website and a person comes to that and writes that same or similar question, all of a sudden you become the authorized experts and your information pops up. So those are the things that have become Google's zero click way in which to um, provide search. And it's sort of replicating what's happening in all the major large language models with AI, the Chat, Gemini, Claude, Grok, and all of those. So that's important to have on it. Testimonials, you know, having the pictures, this, and they're pretty good about it over here. These are more videos all the way through. So even here, these videos are going to take it. Do you think these are embedded, Annie?
Well, they're embedded, yeah.
Okay.
What
Okay.
it'll do, it'll give YouTube views while they stay on the page.
Mm-hmm.
So it is helpful to have videos.
Yes. Oh, videos are definitely important from a standpoint that they keep people on the website. Definitely. Um, that is a given to make sure of it. But along with the videos, you want the content to support the videos and explain what it is that a person is going to see uh, because of that. So just
Great.
some thoughts. Mhm. Is there anything else, Annie, you feel you need to
Um,
know or
well, there's some technical things, but um, should I ask those here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you currently have a way of accepting payment? You mentioned PayPal, right?
We do
Yes.
have a PayPal account, yes.
Is
Mhm.
that what you would want to use? Would you want to switch to something else while we're changing things around?
Um, well, I sit on the finance committee, so I would say, yeah, if there's something that's cheaper and better, Stripe or something, then certainly we could look
Okay.
into it.
Yeah.
I mostly ask that because a lot of times the different platforms and tools that we use are compatible with a limited amount of software.
Mhm.
And the specific tool that Elise and I were thinking of using, it is compatible with PayPal. It's also compatible with Stripe and Authorize.net.
Good.
So those are the things that it's a little limited. It can't do too much outside of that. But if you're happy with PayPal, that's great. You can stick with it. If you're not, Stripe and Authorize are probably the ones that I would recommend if we're going with the system that we're planning on.
Yeah. Personally, I think there's a lot of familiarity to PayPal with people.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Stripe is growing, I guess, but you know, I could take it up with the committee, but I think everybody would thumbs up PayPal anyway, so.
Okay.
We just had a very interesting conversation with um, a client about a change with PayPal that I found very interesting, and I don't know whether it will affect you, is that if you have in a month 12,000 or more in payments and such, they hold back 50% of it, that you don't receive it until, what did she say? Do you remember? Was it a
Yeah,
month,
she said PayPal
6 weeks?
flagged her because her business is seasonal and it'll go months without making much at all, but then they would make like 20, 30,000 in 1 month. So they
Right.
held half and they said, well, next month we'll give you up to 12,000. And then the next month we'll continue giving until it's what they held was returned. Um, but if they
Really
keep
odd.
making, they'll probably get flagged again.
Yeah. And my guess, my concern was when I hear you speak about your dues being paid annually. So
Yeah,
here's January, and depending upon what you charge for your annual dues and the amount of members you have, um, there could be a flagging with PayPal. I mean, I would say, Wayne, if you want to look into that to
yeah,
see if it
That would
would
be a good thing to
affect
look
you.
into for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I have had that happen to me. So definitely it is an issue with PayPal. And it's really tough because PayPal is so trusted by so many people. They prefer to use it. But for the person receiving, they have not been very kind.
No, no. And we all know what PayPal is doing. They're pretty
Mhm.
much taking your money and investing it,
Yep.
making money and
Right.
giving
Yeah.
you your money back in bits and pieces while you don't
Mhm.
get it.
yeah,
And
Right.
they shame on them. So
So
That's not okay.
frankly,
yeah.
it's like we recently, because we wanted to do some testing, um, opened a Stripe account. I'm at a point where I'm okay with the Venmo, for those people.
Venmo, by the way, Venmo is owned by PayPal, I found out very
Yes, it
Yeah.
recently.
is.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
But what's nice about Venmo is that now you're a nonprofit, correct? 501(c)(3)?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So with PayPal, have you done any looking into their nonprofit, what they allow with that? Because some of PayPal has discounts and pricing for nonprofits. So your charges could even be less
I,
per
I'll
transaction.
jump in on that. I just went through that with the Economic
Better
Development
Barrett.
Corporation that that I'm involved with. And we signed up for PayPal. We don't have our 501c3 letter yet, but when we get it, we will qualify for a substantially reduced fee.
Right.
And that was a side of PayPal I never knew about. I just found out about it, that they
Yeah.
actually have a program for nonprofits. And
Mhm.
CTCA probably has never signed up for it, but you do have a 501c3 letter. So you would
We have a
qualify.
C4, I think, or C7, one of the two.
Yeah, well, it's still a charitable
But
organization.
it's still charitable, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so you would qualify, and of course, the benefit there is you could stay with PayPal, but have reduced fees, which would make
Yeah.
everybody happier.
Yeah.
Right.
That's worth
And maybe
looking
they'd
into.
be less likely to keep our money.
Yeah. Or go like, okay, this half of the membership is going to pay in January and this half's going to do July, something like that. So that it's a lesser amount, but just keep that in mind with PayPal and I believe with our program we have that ability to provide PayPal or Stripe, but PayPal and Stripe at the same time. Yes?
I need to double check. It's
Okay.
possible.
Okay, let's check that because
Mhm.
you might have some people that because of what's happening with PayPal and with them doing what they're doing, we're having people get turned off by PayPal as well because of it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. So it's just some food for thought. Was there anything else you came across while you were perusing through the sites, Annie?
Mostly clarification. We touched on events and things like dinners and add-ons. So would you be interested in things like a calendar? I don't think you have anything up right now, do you? It's blank on my screen.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't think
Events.
there's nothing under events because we haven't been able to update the website all year.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Normally there would be
It used to be
information
there.
in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we can have like event calendars. I believe we can have member and non-member events. Do you anticipate having both types?
No, I think we
see
would
what they
cover
have here.
members.
Oh, mostly just member events. Okay. The tool comes with the ability to have e-commerce. It comes with the ability to accept donations. Oh, there's something else. What was it?
Sorry about that. We actually have a front counter. And poor Annie is in the front. So you're hearing the after effects of
Oh.
people coming in.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to elaborate on, that was mentioned earlier when we were talking about how we build in WordPress. We want our system to be friendly to you. So we try to build it in a way that if any of you were to, you mentioned having trouble updating things because the webmaster's out of touch. Well, we try to set things up in a way that one or more of you could be a designated web person. And if you need something urgently done, it's the middle of a weekend, we're not in. We want you to be able to have a login to go in, find it easily, and update what you need to update.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we would like to do. We would like to be able to be the ones that update it and take care of the website and can put events in and can put
Yeah.
in whatever we need to do rather than being reliant on someone else to do it for us.
Exactly.
Because it's more time efficient and it's cost efficient. Because,
Yeah.
cost
so
is definitely something that's a concern too.
yeah, that's something that we would set up as we get closer to things being ready to go live. So it'd be that we mostly would keep a hold of it ourselves as we're building. But then, oh, hey, we're ready for the membership portion. Here's your login. Take a look around. Let us know if we missed something needs changed, things like that.
Yeah, great.
I don't know.
And what are we looking at with costs? to do something like this? What would be the,
Elise stepped away. She's
I
the
mean,
one
you
that
mean, I
knows
have
most of the
just
pricing.
a ballpark
And
type thing so we know what we're
well,
dealing with here.
that is a good thing to bring up. I do know that the membership tool that we were looking at, it is based on how many members you have. So if you have an idea of how many current members and like a rough idea, do you get like a handful of new members a year, or do you get dozens of new members a year? That type of thing. Because that would change the price depending on how many you need.
We have right around maybe a little bit less than 400 right now.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we get a handful a year. I mean, we'd love for
Okay.
that to increase, but I think
Mhm.
last year we had 6 new members. This year so far we've had 4.
Okay.
So we don't get very many new members. If we had a better website, maybe we'd get more, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
going to be getting, 100 new members every year.
Well,
Right.
and I haven't pitched my ideas yet for new membership. I just want to say, because there's just a lot of companion owners out there that have that they're not connected whatsoever to the CTCA, and it's such a shame because there's
I
a
agree.
wide base of people that just love this breed. They're not breeders. They're not going to show. They're not going to do anything. They
They are
love the
just
breed.
like companions.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so we offer them nothing right now. But I can see that in the future that we could, and that is where revenue would come in through our shop, our e-commerce side of things and what we can offer the companion folks. We don't even touch that area at all right now. So I could see membership growing if there was a level of membership that met their needs. So
And if we
Great
were
idea.
welcoming to welcome those folks in.
yeah,
Right.
yep.
Right.
Yeah, at least they brought up a rough ballpark of the pricing. That's why I brought up the membership count.
Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Let me get back over here. So, all right. Yeah, I could definitely see you having different membership levels so that, and you call it that, companion,
Mhm.
So that it makes,
Well, why not direct them to, the right sources to get their puppies from?
Mhm.
Like those of us that, when we see something on Facebook and somebody's looking for a puppy, I always, if I see that, I direct them right here to the website to the list of breeders
Mhm.
because we want people to buy from responsible breeders and not end up with puppy mills.
Right. Correct. Okay. All right. I'm thinking, is there anything else, Annie?
Not right now. This gives us a good idea of how compatible it is with the programs we're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are there any other questions we should have asked that we haven't asked? That you should think we should.
I guess
I always ask that question.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, now, what do you mean?
I guess my only comment is, I'm glad to hear that you work in WordPress.
Mm-hmm.
I know as we think about pricing, I guess my guidance would be that the custom objects, if any, should be really limited to the content and try to use as many standardized tools as possible so that we ended up, our older website was so complex and so custom that even the fellow who stepped in to do the take over as webmaster said there was nothing he could do with it.
Right.
And I would hate to see the club end up in that position again, where we really want to keep, our content and, breed standard and all those type of things as the out front and have a very functional e-commerce capability. I mean, today, if we go try to sell a t-shirt, it's virtually impossible. And I think to Heather's point, if we can kind of pack in a lot more into e-commerce and make lots of Cairn products available and along with education about the breed. It'd be it'd be a better website for new people to come and look at
Right.
and be interested in.
Well, one of the details that we need to consider is the amount, like when we're looking at this and we're looking at about the CTCA,
Yeah.
is we're looking at information that an everyday person, is truly, they're not going to click. They're going to
Right.
click on membership benefits. Yet it's like the fourth one down.
Right.
And all of this should be, these two to me, and maybe the support the club, are the ones that you should be down to four things here: membership benefits, join, support, and club information. That includes the ability for them to see who's on the board, who's on the committees,
Right.
all on one page. So that
Right.
page becomes really rich
Yeah.
rather than,
Yes.
because if I'm on my phone and I have to go and click on that and I get to this to have to scroll through,
It's
Yeah.
too much.
it's too much.
Way
It's
too
too
much.
much.
Yeah.
So
That's-
simplification is going to be part of what we'll talk about
Yeah.
Yeah.
in what we do. Now, do you take donations?
Well, we could, but
Okay.
I think the main, you're hitting on, what I guess I was trying to get to is getting to, about the club. We're the parent club for the breed, the protectors of the breed standard,
Mm-hmm.
and, and we represent all the good breeders,
Right.
Cairn Terriers. And so join the club and get those benefits, to me, are the most important things. The code of ethics, the this, the that, and things that go along with membership, to me, are not upfront things. Those are something that, additional information I can get as I start to
Mhm.
look into being a member. I just think they tried to put too many things
Right.
that were not as important. Ultimately, they're factual and important, but you don't need
Mhm.
them in your face. And so
Well,
I'm glad to hear that, because I think getting this website to a point where people want to go to it. Yeah, I'm on the board of governors. I don't even want to go to it.
mhm.
Half the time I
Mhm.
can't log in.
Yeah.
It's too cumbersome.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm. So
So, that's,
definitely
you know,
this,
fun and easy is my
Yeah.
operative
and
words.
and it's about looking at what the general membership and a new prospective member wants to come to when they come to the homepage.
Yeah.
You can get down and dirty, they want to know about the events. They want to know when you're doing specialty show and all those kinds of things. This information, this is perfect in that there's four of them here, but let's look at this general information. There, we would seriously say to you,
Why would that not be under about the Cairn Terrier?
Right.
well, that's what we can do. We can do a little
I mean, to me,
moving around.
that's
So,
where that should be going.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be at both areas. Finding your Cairn Terrier, you could still have the general information under about the Cairn Terrier, but
I
you
think
could
there is.
also have it that it's also available under the Finding Your Cairn, so that um, it's
Yeah.
just a redirect. It's not a separate page, but it
Right.
provides the opportunity where a person is, they can get all that they need. So, Yep,
Yeah.
yep, definitely. So, so we'll look at that, because our next steps would be to create a proposal to discuss everything that you shared with us,
Right.
and everything we know that we could incorporate in here because of our past and present involvement with other organizations that, we might come up with something that you go, oh my gosh, I'm glad you added that. You know, so that would be part of our proposal in moving forward. Now, we
Right.
do ask for a $500 fee for creating the very comprehensive proposal that we would give you. And if you love what we say and want to go forward with us, we would apply that to the building of the site. So that would give you an idea. So,
I think what would help us, Elise, and we get that, to create a whole site map and a proposal for the build. I
mhm,
think what would help us is just getting to some ballpark, because we're going to have to go back to our Board of Governors and say, you know, this is the budget over this period of time.
mhm,
And, it's not exact, but it's an about.
right,
And, we're going to try to do our best to be both economical and yet get us to a
right.
much better place. But I think if you could,
Okay,
give
so
us some thought and guide us to that, then
there's a couple of there's a couple of pieces to this that um lend itself to, if it was just a website to inform people about the Cairn Terriers,
yeah,
it's a simple site.
right,
Adding the e-commerce to it, adding the membership piece to it are, and ironically, those parts in WordPress in and of themselves have expenses to them, because
sure,
it's ironic, wherever you can make money, that's where the developers charge.
yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
So what we find is, even though um, we can add the pieces to it, but because of the time it takes to build, as well as what is the back end piece to it. So we are looking at this being about $5,000
okay,
because of the fact that you've got the basics of it plus the money makers that go along with it. Now,
that,
what we do is, when building the sites, we can do it in phases,
yeah,
okay? That if you say to us, okay, we're going to hold off and we can set up the proposal this way. We don't have that type of money available for in the budget at this time.
mhm,
We can do the main site, or that informational, what you see here, all
yeah,
of this down to here. And then
mhm,
we get into the store and membership. We could show you those pieces and say, this is the main site itself and what that fee looks like. And this is the store, because you really, in the store, let me see if yours, how many things do you have? Okay, you don't have a tremendous amount in there. So again, that could even be run through the membership program.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
At least my reaction, is you kind of hit the number that I kind of thought you were going to hit.
yeah, yeah.
And at least in my opinion, is extremely reasonable
Hmm.
to pull together the things that we're hoping to.
Hmm.
Um,
Good.
so I,
Would there be a monthly fee on top of that going forward?
The first year we built this, how we do it, because we do need to make changes to the site and update it on a regular basis. We also do an actual search of all your keyword phrases and long tail keywords and everything. And that's not a pun because long tail. That's what it's called. And we have an actual person that does searches for every single website we have because humans search. So we don't rely on the bots telling us, oh,
Mhm.
you're ranking in this position for this keyword. No, we do it the long way, you know. And that is part of our monthly optimization. That's where Annie, our website mechanic, comes into. She goes into the site after we have done the searches, and if we see that a keyword needs work, we incorporate those pieces to the pages that it makes sense. So that is part of monthly optimization, along with making sure that everything is updated and Google is happy, you know, because if you have an unhappy Google, your ranking is affected by that. Um, Plus, with now the AI searches, we make sure to follow along with the structure and the schema that is required for the AI search as well. With that said, the first year, so let's pretend we're going forward and we start the build and start to work with you in say, I'm going to say October. It could be September, but October. And what we say in our proposal is that we want the website to be done within 4 months, because a website in draft is doing nothing for you.
Mhm.
And we allow 4 months because we understand there's going to be pauses. Okay. Um, Along with that, so our push is to get it done in 4 months so that it's up, it's live, it's working for you. I'm going to assume because you need to have a better membership tool, that the membership piece you want to have for January and in place and ready for you to say to the members, here it is. You know, we'll have a nice webinar to take them on a tour of the membership area and what they can expect, how they can communicate with member to member benefits and all that kind of things that go along with it. So October, November, December, January, we get it done by December. Okay, it's all done. January, we kick it off. For the whole year of 2026, we build into the website build our monthly optimization program. So you get that as part of it. What that is on a monthly basis, going forward to 2027, we're probably looking at $85 a month is what we charge for monthly optimization. And we have an annual discount as well for that. And that'll probably be 2 months free in 2027. So that's really when you would be starting to pay for the monthly optimization, because your monthly optimization doesn't kick in until the website's live. So,
So Elise, does that, I understand the optimization part
mhm,
of it. Now, what about in addition to, we got something new we want to do to the website that's a little
mhm,
bit outside of the wheelhouse of the
optimization.
admin. Yeah, so we come to you and say we want to add this widget or something into it. Is there an hourly rate for that?
That's part, depending upon what it is, say you say to us, okay, we want to Annie, we just worked with the gentleman with the breed standards. And he wanted a tool that told them how long people stayed on the website. Okay?
Yeah.
Wanted that tool. And you want to know the same thing because you're noticing that through do you have Google Analytics for the website?
Not that we have any access
Not that we
to.
know of. Yeah,
Okay, you will with us.
yeah,
That we require that. Because you need to know. You need
Yeah.
to know what's
We
working.
have it with our local club.
Yeah.
You know, we have a Wix website that we built ourselves, and we have access to that. I can go into it at any time and find out exactly how many people
Right.
were on the website in that, however, whatever
You can
period of
see
time
that,
is.
but what he was looking for is the actual amount of time they were on. So you're seeing a number,
Yeah.
but he wanted that actual amount of time that they were on. So there is, in fact, oh, are you coming on with another?
I am. I'm going to switch devices because I'm going to have to go get my daughter. So I'm going to continue to listen in.
Okay, okay.
So let me go here.
All right. Well, I'm going to
And-
admit you.
Okay,
So, okay. And then
great.
just
Recording in progress.
Perfect. Thank you.
mute you. There you go. Gotcha. Okay. The when that plugin is added,
Mhm.
the idea behind that is that's a simple plugin that she does for monthly optimization.
Okay.
But when you say to us, we want a brand new page, it's going to have this, and this on it.
Yeah.
Say, I'll use what Heather had shared with us, which was having a new description of a new membership. Now, if we don't build it into this, but we build it later on, it
Mhm.
then becomes a page, an additional page to the website.
Yeah.
And additional build and doing all the structure and the wireframing for it. So when that happens, we charge our additional website page, which right now it's only 267 to do that.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
going to go up over that
Oh,
period of time.
That's
So
reasonable.
yeah, so when you're adding a page, there's a fee for that page scenario because now we want to do SEO, we want to make sure that we have keywords, we want to make sure that we have the amount of words on the page so it's indexed by Google. All of that becomes part of the dynamics of it. But really basic updates. Annie, you want to mention the types of things we do with the monthly
Sure.
optimization?
Yeah, so monthly optimization can encompass a lot of things. The default is 30 minutes, and I can do a lot with 30 minutes.
Mhm.
It's amazing, right, Carl?
It can,
Annie can build a whole website in 30 minutes, I think.
well, it can include things like, I've had requests of, hey, I know we didn't have a form on the site. Can you quick set up a very simple one? It can include, hey, we have a whole bunch of photos of dogs. Can
Yeah.
we throw those photos somewhere on the site? And I'm like, sure, I'll find the best places for all the photos. If you want to target something like keyword wise,
Mhm.
if say you're specifically targeting a certain region of the United States, and you're like, hey, I want these states to be a focus on the site for whatever reason, then I can go through the site and add keywords and the location names to help it boost it in those areas. What else? What else? It can include some minor membership stuff like, hey, can you change text here? Can you change add this question to the application form? Things like that. It's a lot of just taking care of the site, making sure the site is accurate and up to date.
Yeah.
The stuff I always do are software updates, checking that everything looks secure. There aren't any softwares that have lost support, in which case I would either swap it out or reach out and say, hey, a big thing needs swapped out. Are
Mhm.
you guys okay with me swapping it out? Things
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So monthly optimization is when she's working on it, you are getting your money's worth. I will tell you that. Because we want the sites. Our idea is that they run fast, they meet all the standards that help them to rank better with Google and with the AI searches. Um, so we want to make sure that all of that is doing what it needs to be doing.
Yeah.
I have to say I can vouch for this because they have my website hosted and they do my monthly optimization. I used to know how to do all that stuff. I gave it all up.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yep.
I just pay them to do it because it's so
Yep.
much easier and I know that it's being handled properly.
Yeah.
When I came to Elise with my website, it was, I did it myself. I hosted it myself. It was a mess because it was getting spammed constantly. I was getting it was just the security problems were real problems. And as soon as I got them to develop my website and moved it over to their hosting and got them set up for monthly optimization, and I have no problems with my website.
Yeah.
Everything works. There's never any issues. So I consider it a good investment because your website is critical for
Yeah.
your existence anymore. It's not just an online brochure anymore. It really is critical to
Very true.
exposure
It
to the
is.
world.
So,
I I have to apologize, but I have to leave.
Okay.
But I'll let you all continue your conversation.
well, I'm glad you said about the hosting because
Yeah.
I do want to know whether you would want us to host the site for you. Um, and what I can quickly tell you what that looks like. For our hosting, it's very different than other organizations and companies. Normally, it's hosting and then everything else you do is extra. So for ours, it's 189 a year, and with that includes your SSL certificate, which
Okay.
is that HTTPS that's in
Yeah.
front of your uh, domain name. Very, very important. The S stands for security. And that is your SSL certificate. So that is part of the free. We have daily malware scans because we realize that there's always nastiness out there that wants to um, plant um, coding and files on your website. And this malware scan program that we do, absolutely love it. It runs at 6 in the morning and they will pull out anything that's there. They will do any kind of reports with us to let us know how everything is doing. We also have a for your email. We have a spam alert that is part of it. We do daily backups of the website. So if you get any kind of really a strange message that says, oh, your website is having a problem, you can contact Annie, or we've gotten the message, and we use the backup if we need to. Sometimes it's a plug-in conflict. Membership is fighting with the build program, and it's saying, who's going to win here, and it takes down the site for that short period of time. And she'll go in, she'll look at the messages she's getting, and she'll fix it. And if she can't fix it, she can rely on the backup to take her back a day and be able to do that. So all of that, when you go to a GoDaddy, they charge for all of that.
Yeah.
So we can certainly take care of the hosting, but we would need to know, we would include it, and then you can let us know whether you want to have us host it for you.
No, that's all
Yeah.
seems very reasonable.
Yeah.
And I was just I'm glad we got on this
Yeah.
topic because I think changing hosting as part of this too
Yeah.
is something we should do. So just to kind of recap, Elise,
Mhm.
so approximately $5,000 to do the whole site,
Right,
including e-commerce and membership.
right.
About 4 months deliverable
Hmm.
to do the swap. 189 a year for hosting. None of our optimization cost would kick in until 2027.
No, it would be all of 2026 we'd be looking at. Yeah, you're right,
Okay.
you're right, you're right. Sorry, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, and monthly
You're right.
optimization starts when you go live.
Yeah.
So you go live earlier or later, it'll start when it's ready.
Right.
Oh,
And what we do is we
okay.
create the
Did I?
keyword list for you. You'll
Okay.
get monthly reports. You'll also get a monthly, hey, we're ready to work on your website. And if you have anything you want her to add to the site, like she talked about the pictures,
Yeah.
say you guys are busy because you are having an event, but
Yeah.
you want to get some information up, just send it to Annie for that month, and
And
let her put it up for you. And then when you have that time, you can get back into the groove. So,
and
Just,
Wayne,
just
did
real
what I
quick
say
back.
confuse
Oh,
you?
yeah, just back to that
Okay.
optimization.
So using the idea of the timeline. So say we go live in November, then monthly optimization start in December. We go live in January, monthly optimization starts in February.
Okay, that's fine. I think what I was confused by is
Mhm.
if for some reason in my note, I put that the first year of optimization was included.
Yes.
yes, it is. Yes, that was me.
Okay. I had that
I
down
was
also.
wrong in what I said. So
Okay.
you would be that whole 2026 would
Okay.
be no charge. No,
Covered in
no
our
question.
5,000.
Right. It would
Okay.
just be the cost of the site itself. And
Got it.
and we build into that. We break it out so that you see what each is. So
Yeah.
that when you're getting the proposal, you'll see all of that. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with what I'm hearing. It's, it just would certainly be more of a pleasure to work with you, Annie, than
Thank
the
you.
guy we got to deal with. And, and
She's
so
cute.
And we
and
could
you
go
can,
in and you talked about like if you had to add a page, that would be an additional 267. Would we have the ability to add a page ourselves? The people who
Yeah.
have the
Mhm.
Yeah.
access?
If you have
we're
that
still-
wherewithal to set it up, that's the thing.
Okay.
There's certain things that are behind that are behind it that go into coding that, you can set up the page, but are you going to set it up with the schema, which is what
Right.
it's called? And it's coding that needs to go into Google and
Yeah.
schema.com.
Yeah.
I think 267 to set up a page is frankly a no-brainer because I know I was using Elementor in WordPress and
Mhm.
just the gymnastics, because I don't do it every day, is mind-boggling. So I would much rather hand it to Annie and say,
Do it.
go do it.
Yeah. And then hand
But
it over, ready to go. And I will say this, a lot of times,
I think Heather's talking, but she keeps breaking up and I
Oh.
can't understand what she's saying.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can you repeat it, Heather?
Heather?
Try again. See, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm just saying I'm hearing everything as you guys are talking this over, and I'm in agreement with you, Wayne. And Rob, both, I think you're like,
Oh, we're losing
I
you.
think we lost her.
Yeah, we
road,
think
it's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
that's all right.
okay, go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, good.
I think if you could at least formalize this proposal and then what we can do is we can collectively turn it around to our group and say this is because we also happen to be doing budgeting at the same time.
Right.
So this is
That
very
timing.
timely
Good
for us to
timing.
do this. And I know there's a lot of anxiousness to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know the team on that we're working here will be quick with content to turn this
Good.
around.
Good.
Because we know that's usually the problem is just getting,
Oh, crickets? We
yeah,
call it crickets. Well, one of the things that has come on board that I actually um and I may throw it in that if there is anybody on the committee that would like to um be trained and have their AI trained to
yeah,
provide them the ability to write the content a lot faster,
yeah,
I will definitely do that. That's
great.
part of it. So,
That's great.
because that's sort of a missing piece. So often when we say give us content, they go,
Yeah.
"Oh my God."
But, from, what I guess I get my fear is in the sort of the last group, what I think part of the problem was is they're trying, everybody had an idea, they just want to pack it in here.
Mm,
And, we're the parent company or parent company, we're the parent
organization.
club
Love.
representing the breed. So our
Right.
primary thing is to say, this is the breed standard. And then, sort of the secondary thing is, judges' education, benefits of membership. And then there's events, and we have our national event, and then there's sporting events with the dogs, and we want to support that. We also
And
have a half a
regional club
dozen
events.
affiliate. Yeah, we have
Right.
affiliate clubs.
Yeah.
So like I'm president of an affiliate club. So Robin has an
I'm president
affiliate.
of another affiliate club.
Yeah.
Mm,
So we would want to make sure those affiliates are recognized in their events and,
yeah.
and sort of a connection up to the mothership that's there. And
Right.
and simplicity to me is operatively important because it should be informative and resourceful. But to your point, if I go look at it on my iPad or my phone, I don't want it to be a word salad that is just
Mm.
overwhelming
Right.
and silly. So
Well,
it's
the bullet
being able to
points,
capture all of that is
the bullet
important.
points,
Yeah,
the listicles that are more beneficial than they have been in the past
yeah,
because people's attention is so limited. And if you can take you the information and have a short paragraph like this one is ideal. It needs to be longer, but you could obviously have it go into one of the other where maybe finding a breeder
mhm,
might be something that you want to put on the homepage and leave, have it be a short piece here, like an introduction, going
yeah,
back to finding your Cairn, um, it talks longer about that and provides the breeders in there.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
The reason why they should be going to those breeders
absolutely,
for their cairns.
well, and
absolutely.
I think
Right.
I always thought that it would be interesting not only if we had breeders listed, but if there was some ability for an admin to say, once they're informed from a breeder that they have puppies available.
Right.
to somehow,
Well,
put
that
something around that.
could be something that's actually in the membership area, because I'm thinking too, should there be a vetting for individuals who want to get a puppy? Because
The breeders do that themselves.
Readers do
okay,
that.
They
okay, so you won't,
breeders,
okay,
Yep.
yeah,
so they're doing that.
breeders
Yeah.
vet. I mean, every breeder is very, very
Good about that.
fastidious.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah,
more
it's like their
vetting of their
baby.
puppy homes than they do,
Yeah,
the puppy
their
homes
own
do of the
kids.
breeders, big time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the club vets the breeder.
The club
So,
vets the breeder.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but as a service to our members who are breeders, a lot of them have puppies that nobody knows about. And, it'd be nice to put something.
Or litter expected, October 2025 or whatever.
What could happen is well, I can go to our website, and there's a section that shows all of our clients, and on the homepage, and it moves.
No,
So this section now, we don't have the backlinks to it,
Well,
but this
Elise,
section,
we have like Perry Gun Club and currently Skinny's Cornhole. They
yeah,
have one at the top and it
okay.
allows linking, it allows information.
It is Skinny's cornhole. Is that the upcoming thing that he has?
Yeah, the event.
Oh, the event. Okay. Well, that could even be for their events. So,
Yeah, so on theirs right now they have one event
yeah.
upcoming.
no,
So we
Mhm.
have it as a banner across the top.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that could be for your events. I guess I'm thinking of for the
National specialty, get your reservations in by
yeah,
September 1st.
yeah,
That kind of a thing.
absolutely. So that could be that. It could also be a pop-up, like I know that Carl most likely your email is with him with Constant Contact, and there we have that ability to do the pop-ups from Constant Contact,
yeah,
which take them directly to, say, a form for them to complete for
yeah,
it. So that
yeah,
gives
that'd be
you
great.
some ideas of animation,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. So,
yeah, that's terrific.
yeah.
Well,
That's
I
great.
gue- I
And
guess
these
we'll
are
look
things
forward to
that,
getting
yeah,
the proposal. Is
yeah,
our
these are
next-
things that as we're moving along, you can say, hey, we need something because this isn't working. That's when you come to Annie and I and go, hey.
What ideas do you have?
This can work. We can add this, and it can be part of monthly optimization or whatever it might be. So,
Yeah.
all right, we can
Great.
get that for you. What we'll do is, what are you looking for as far as sort of a deadline, moving forward?
I mean, I know it'd be great to have this up and running by the beginning of the year.
Okay, okay,
So,
yeah.
and I know Heather's still on. I'm sure she would echo the
Yeah.
same thing as,
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, I agree. And we do have a board meeting. I think, don't we have a meeting coming up September 10th or something? We have some quick meeting coming
We
up
have a quick
mid-September
meeting
too.
September 10th and then
Okay, so
That would be
definitely
nice.
we want to have it in your hands so you can look
Yes.
at it first and tweak
So,
it before providing the proposal to the board. So,
yeah,
right,
that's
that'd be
perfect. And
awesome.
I do have a finance committee meeting that I just was talking with our president about setting up. So we're sooner
okay,
than later, Elise. So,
okay, good, good.
yeah, because that would be great if you could present it, talk about it at the finance committee meeting too,
yeah.
Right.
first
And
before the bog meeting.
when is your finance committee meeting?
We were just talking about setting it up, so we can,
Oh, okay,
yeah, that's,
okay.
I mean, can you get a proposal within a week or so? Is that
Yeah,
reasonable?
definitely.
Okay,
We have Labor Day in here.
Okay.
And this is the end of the day for this. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna hang up quickly. And put pieces together and then over the,
Okay.
because we're gonna lose 3 days
Yep.
here.
Right, we are. Thank you though for on
Yeah.
this holiday weekend getaway day that you were so willing to do this for us. I appreciate
Well,
it.
I
Yes, thank
sort
you
of
very much.
told Carl that tomorrow in our little town of Hamburg here in Pennsylvania, we will have 30,000 people on the streets of Hamburg. And
Oh,
in my
Wow.
email to Carl, I said, Carl, you want to get them on you want to get them on our calendar because we have a special for those who are coming to the festival that are AI starter session, half an hour of looking at their business is going to be free. And I said, they're going to be taking those 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
we were fortunate that this part of the day was open, and we appreciate that all of you made time
yeah.
for it as well. So
Great.
thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you. Very
And
nice.
have a
Thank you.
great long weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, you
Yes.
too.
All
Okay,
right,
thanks.
great. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Oh, I have to undo this. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Why is this doing this? This is actually not giving me the sign off.
Well, drag this back out of your way.
That's where I was.
No, you're widening it. Grab the corner and like drag. No, no, not the edges. Just this empty corner. See this empty space?
Yeah.
No, on the browser. You see
Oh, it's
this
down here.
You
Oh, wait,
move
wait.
Oh.
Here.
Oh, there you go.
It's down there. It was hiding.